All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. All the the brothers, the prophets, out in the highways and the byways, doing this work of truth and sincerity. All the remnant men, women, and children who the Lord are raising up in these last days as a part of his elect. Shalom to you all. I want to jump into a quick lesson on the recent events that happened over here in New York, really in the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Pennsylvania. There's I actually even heard, don't know how true it is, but they felt a little bit of it even going up towards Boston, which is considered the New England area. And if that's true, that's pretty significant because, we don't get earthquakes really over here, right? I've felt, me personally, I've felt my house shake before, but not anything like we experienced today. And what makes it different than any other time is that me personally, I was actually sleeping at the time of the earthquake and it woke me up out of my sleep. So, that type of shaking was pretty significant, and to be honest, when it woke me up out of my sleep, I was frightened a little bit, because how you wake up out of your sleep, you don't really got your bearings with you. It's you wake up out of your sleep trying to figure out exactly where you are, what's going on. So I knew where I was at, but couldn't really process that fast, what was actually happening because, my house shook pretty significantly. It was like, oh, is this house about to collapse? Like, what I mean? That's what that's what I thought. And then my lady came kind of running into the room. Was like, yo, what the, which like, what's that? So, but nonetheless, there's different testimonies. I'm sure brothers are doing videos, going into maybe their different experiences or what happened today. Because again, here in New York, this is not something that happens rarely. It rarely ever happens. We have storms and different things of that nature, but earthquakes don't happen over here. All right. So real quick, this article, CBS News: earthquakes, aftershocks rattle New York City and beyond. One of the largest East Coast quakes in the last century. So they're basically saying in the last 100 years, this is one of the largest. I believe it hit 4.8 on the Richter, which is pretty significant. Okay, it says New York City and its surrounding area were hit by a significant earthquake and multiple aftershocks Friday. A 3.8 magnitude aftershock hit 37 miles west of New York City near Gladstone, New Jersey, around 6 p.m. Friday. It struck 9.7 kilometers. It was felt as far away as Long Island, where the reports of houses shaking. Right, it was initially reported as a 4.0 magnitude, but was later to be confirmed 3.8. All right, so we're hearing different things. Well, actually, wait, the aftershock was 3.8. Okay, I get it. All right, so New York Governor Kathy Hochul said there was no immediate reports of significant damage after that aftershock, which came on the heels of Friday morning's 4.8 magnitude earthquake. So the early morning one was the 4.8, and then the aftershock was about a 3.8. All right, it says one of the largest quakes that hit the region in the century. All right, the earthquake hit at approximately 10:23 a.m., startling everyone. It startled everyone because again, we're not used to it. I was started to receive text messages and phone calls right away about it, and what's significant about this is the obvious when it comes to us who are the believers of YAHAWASHI, believers on His word, believers on the truth, and who are looking towards the end. All right, we believe in what the scriptures say concerning the end of this age. Okay, the end of the world. Okay, we believe that there's an end to what we are experiencing right now, which is basically the age ruled and controlled by Esau, Edom, the wicked. All right, and the kingdom of Babylon the Great. This is the signs that we were told to look out for. All right, let's just get that real quick. The book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, speaking of YAHAWASHI, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And YAHAWASHI answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, for the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. And this would be considered a diverse place according to the scripture, because this doesn't happen really at all here on this side of Babylon. Salakia. So verse 8 says, all these are the beginning of sorrows. And when we're talking about, these signs and the things that we ought to look for, YAHAWASHI said, he answered the disciples as far as this is what we ought to look for. Okay, so again, as believers, man, we hold, these things aren't taken lightly by us. Okay, this is important concerning, our salvation, the return of YAHAWASHI, and the battle Babylon. Okay, there's so much significance when we see these things come to pass, when we see prophecy come to pass. It tells a different story than the story that's being played out in the minds of the average, whether it's the average American or whatever the case. But at the end of the day, man, we are looking toward these things happening on even a much higher scale, a much higher level. Wars and rumors of wars. Nation rise against nation, pestilences, famines, earthquakes in diverse places. We're looking for these things to happen on such a higher level. So, and we know they will, because, the prophecy must come to pass. The word of YAHAWASHI will stand, and it will come to pass, and things that we'll see in the near future will, will justify the word. Okay, the word will hold true. Okay, what I found interesting today, after this first earthquake, was that how people, it's funny how something like this could happen. People were very, very much frightened, for the first, little bit, I guess, first couple of hours, even if that long. But after it settled in, people went back to their folly. People joking around, making memes, making, videos and posting stuff online. And look, man, everything is a joke until YAHAWASHI really starts smoking shit. Excuse my French, man, but at the end of the day, man, this is what, man, we cannot wait until YAHAWASHI starts really bringing serious judgment upon this place, because number one, it deserves it, and number two, we trying to get out of here, man. Plain and simple. We are trying to get out of here. You know. Obviously, we on the Heavenly Father's time. His will has to be done, and we just have to endure. All right, but it is something that was very interesting. You know, people were scared and shocked, but then soon after, you know, people went back to their folly, and that's normal, especially here in Babylon. All right, this is 1 Thessalonians 5:3. It says, "For when they shall say peace is safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." All right. So, you know, as time goes on, this prophecy continues to come to pass. We're going to start seeing that more and more. People are going to feel that there is a peace and a safety that they can hold on to, you know, as these things are taking place. But the Lord is actually going to strip that comfort away from people very soon. You know, once the Lord starts bringing that heavy judgment on people. All right, sudden destruction shall come upon them when the people feel they're most comfortable. Right, and these are the judgments that will lead to ultimately the end of Babylon the Great, salvation for the elect, and the kingdom of heaven being established. All right, which is the goal, which is the end game. Real quick, what I found interesting today, this actually popped up, this notification, a 6.8 magnitude earthquake registered near Marina Islands. So far, no tsunami threat issued. All right. Now, this is the same day of the one that hits New York in Mariana Islands. Okay. Which earthquakes happen across the world. Shit, damn near. You know, very, very often. You know, if you got one of those earthquake apps, you can kind of see how much they happen. Some a lot larger than others. But, you know, this came to my phone today as a notification, so I just wanted to share it. It says, Salakia, let me close this. It says, a powerful 6.8 magnitude earthquake struck near the Mariana Islands Friday morning. The United States Geological Survey has reported. The notable quake was recorded just after 6 a.m. local time, 4 p.m. Eastern Thursday, according to the USGS in the Mog Islands region near Saipan, the northernmost largest of the Mariana Islands. The Mariana Islands are in the western Pacific Ocean of the equator, northeast of Guam, and are part of the United States. So, this is something that we can look out for more and more as far as what we can expect to take place, because the scriptures have warned us. Okay, the signs that we ought to look for in these last days, part of it are, you know, earthquakes in diverse places. All right, which is an absolutely beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, man. And then the other day, what was it, yesterday? Yep, yesterday, April 4th. This is from abcnews.com. It says Taiwan earthquake death toll climbs to 10 with hundreds still stranded. More than 700 people are trapped, Taiwanese officials say. So there's a lot going on concerning earthquakes. Obviously, it hits a little different when it happens in a place like New York, New Jersey, you know, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, where it rarely ever happens. So, you know, the talk and the concern is heightened a little bit when it happens, you know, in this region. The death toll from Wednesday's powerful and they had a 7.4 magnitude earthquake. We had a 4.6 or 4.8, you know, which is almost 3 points, you know, a full 3 points higher. You know, Death toll from Wednesday's powerful 7.4 magnitude earthquake in Taiwan climbed to 10 people on Thursday, with hundreds more stranded or trapped, Taiwanese officials said. At least 11 people were missing and some 705 people were in need of rescue, authorities said. So, again, this is stuff that's happening across the globe, not just here in New York, not just in California, not just, it's happening across the globe. And these are the things we ought to be watchful for, because YAHAWASHI said that we ought to watch these things. These are the signs that are going to, of things to come, before he makes his second return. Okay, which is what we hasten, which is the only thing that we are fighting for, striving for. The end of Babylon the Great, YAHAWASHI's second coming, this beast system being put down, being destroyed, and the kingdom of heaven under YAHAWASHI being set up. All right, there's nothing else to fight for. There's nothing else to, really put your energy into instead, besides your actual, your life, your survival, what you got to do, everything to get through, every day to get through, if and telling people to stop their lives. But the only thing worth actually striving for and putting real effort into, putting your spirit into, is seeking the Lord. Okay, because heavy judgments are coming. You want to be found worthy to escape those things that are happening, that are coming. And the only way to do that is to be under the covering of YAHAWASHI. These earthquakes, these, pestilences, these plagues, wars and rumors of wars, these are the things that are going to happen regardless. Right? Prophecy cannot be stopped. Okay? Right? So you gotta ask yourself, what does that mean for you? So, at the end of the day, us hopeful members of the elect, we love seeing stuff like this, man, because we know it just takes us one step closer to the end. Okay, and the scriptures say, it says, the end of all things are at hand. Okay, and that's music to our ears. All right, so with that, I'm gonna leave it there. I hope you were edified. As always, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.